had a good cry. It's hard not to.
Jeannie Hansen just learned officially that her sister was one of the victims of BC's sweltering heat dome. News she expected, but it's tough.
It's hard not to feel guilty that as a family member, we should have done a little bit more.
Tracy McKinley was 61, her kidneys weakened by medication taken for mental illness. As temperatures soared, she died in her apartment alone. Today's report from the BC coroner's office found 98% of the victims died indoors. Most were older than 70. Many had underlying health conditions. The report concluded no one, from emergency officials to members of the public, took the heat seriously enough.
We didn't understand that there was risk associated, and that, I think, is the part that we're going to be able to sort of address.
The report's recommendations include a new alert system, making it cheaper to get cooling devices like air conditioners and fans to the most vulnerable, and changing the BC building code to require that new buildings have better cooling systems. The BC government announced a new heat alert system Monday. It has also already hired new emergency staff after 911 calls doubled during the heat dome.
I think what people want when an event like that occurs, an exceptional event like that occurs, is action.
Quinn Lawrence lives with a disability and says the government's plan isn't enough.
It is consistently heartbreaking and infuriating to see how little thought is put into our lives and our well-being.
After Tracy McKinley died, her sister made sure everyone in her building received fans. Now she's fundraising for more.
No amount of money, no government funding, no alert systems, no cooling stations, none of that is going to help as much as just us checking in on our neighbors.
She says raising money for air conditioners helps, but it doesn't make her guilt go away. Lindsay Duncombe, CBC News, Langley.
Okay, we're going to bring in senior meteorologist Johanna Wagstaff in North Vancouver tonight because, Joe, we are heading into summer and we've seen how deadly the heat was last year. So what does this upcoming summer look like?
Andrew, we are in a very different position right now compared to last year when we were just weeks away from the heat dome. In fact, this is one of our coldest and wettest springs on record, but the long-range outlooks do show change coming for the back half of summer. We can't say whether it will warrant a heat warning, meaning 2 or more days of temperatures that increase the risk to public health, or an extreme heat alert under this new system that would mean a substantive increase in temperatures day after day for 3 or more days. But either way, Andrew, a significant heat event cannot be ruled out this summer, and we know climate change continues to increase our odds of that.
Sure, and this whole conversation is coming as, you know, many folks that are worried about a completely different issue, that is to say, flooding.
Yes, right now that is the extreme weather event we are watching in this province as we start our very late spring melt of our exceptionally high snowpacks. And there is a major rain event coming for the end of the week. And I think that's why there's so much urgency in these messages from officials. There may be multiple disasters to contend with in the province once again this summer. So planning and preparing now for the heat is so important. And for all of you who were able to get a heat pump, buy an AC unit for those vulnerable. That was the right move. And hopefully this means more support for those who can't, Andrew.
Johanna Wagstaff, thank you very much.
You're welcome.